In the previous lectures we have discussed about the single stage transistor amplifiers, but in most of the practical purposes the gain of a single stage transistor amplifier is insufficient, so we have to use multi-stage transistor amplifiers. In a multi-stage transistor amplifier, different single stages are connected in series through a suitable coupling device. So a multi-stage transistor amplifier will give multiple gains than the single stage transistor amplifier. So a multi-stage transistor amplifier is the combination of, or the series combinations of, the single stage transistor amplifier, and these series combinations are called the cascaded arrangement. So a multi-stage transistor amplifier is a transistor circuit that containing more than one stages of amplification. This more than one stages of amplification is achieved by using different single stages of transistor amplifiers. Usually a number of single stages are connected in cascaded arrangement, and this cascaded arrangement is through a suitable coupling device. The usually used coupling devices are capacitors and transformers, and in some multi-stage transistor amplifiers the different stages are directly connected. They are called direct coupled transistor amplifiers. So usually we need a suitable coupling device for connecting one's different stages of multi-stage transistor amplifier. The purpose of a coupling device is to transfer AC output of one stage to the input of the next stage, and also it is used for the purpose of isolating the DC conditions of one stage from the next stage. So these two things should be ensured while using a coupling device. The usually used coupling device I told you are capacitors and transformers. Depending on the demand we will use the different types of coupling. The different types of coupling devices and different types of multi-stage transistor amplifiers we will discuss in the coming lectures, but here in this lecture I would like to introduce you some of the common terms which come across frequently. They are the gain. We will discuss these terms in detail. In this lecture I will introduce you these two terms, the gain and frequency response. The gain is already discussed in the previous lectures, but we will introduce the gain of a multi-stage transistor amplifier here. In the previous lectures we have discussed about the gain of a single stage transistor amplifier. Then the term frequency response is the usual term which we will use for the transistor amplifier, because it assesses the performance of a transistor amplifier. Then another term which we come across is the decibel gain, which is actually the unit of the gain, and another is the bandwidth. Usually by determining the bandwidth we will calculate how much effective is the amplifier is. So we will start to discuss these four terms separately. So first of all, let's discuss about the gain of a transistor amplifier. The gain means we know that it is the ratio of the output electrical quantity to the input electrical quantity. So gain is equal to output divided by input. The output electrical quantity is maybe the voltage, so it is V out by V in. The ratio of the output voltage to input voltage is called the voltage gain. The ratio of the output power to the input power is called the power gain, and the ratio of output current to the input current is called current gain. For common emitter it is represented by beta. So this is the case of a single stage transistor amplifier. The gain is the ratio of the output electrical quantity to the input electrical quantity. Now for a multi-stage amplifier, we know that different stages are connected by means of a suitable coupling device. Suppose this is a one stage of amplifier and this is another stage of amplifier, so it is connected by a suitable coupling device. So let G1 is the gain of the first amplifier and G2 is the gain of the second amplifier. Then suppose we are considering the voltage, then suppose V1 is the voltage given to the first amplifier and V2 is the output of this amplifier. This V2 is coupled through this coupling device to G2, so V2 be the input of the second stage or second amplifier, then V3 be the output of the second amplifier. Then from the definition of the gain, we know that the gain G1 is equal to V2 divided by V1, and G2, the gain of the second transistor amplifier, is given by V3 by V2. Usually it is AV1, the gain of the first transistor amplifier, voltage gain. The voltage gain of the second transistor amplifier is AV2. Let it be G2. Now the total gain of the transistor amplifier which contains these two stages is, so if you consider this as a single trans amplifier, then the input voltage is V1 and output voltage is V3. Then the gain of this transistor amplifier is V3 divided by V1, which is equal to output voltage is V3 and input voltage is V1. So we can write the gain of this amplifier as G is equal to V3 by V1. Then this V3 by V1 I can write it as V3 by V2 into V2 divided by V1. I am dividing and multiplying this equation by V2, so V3 by V2 into V2 by V1, which is equal to V3 by V2 according to this equation. This is G2 into, and V2 by V1 is according to this equation it is G1, so G2 into G1 or G1 into G2. So the total gain of a multi-stage amplifier is equal to G1 into G2, that is the product of the individual gains, or the product of the gains of different stages. So remember here that in practice or the gain of a multi-stage transistor amplifier is the product of the gains of the different stages. If G1, G2, G3, etc. are the gain of the different stages of a transistor amplifier, then the total gain of the multi-stage amplifier will be equal to G1 into G2 into G3 into etc. And this is the theoretical answer, but usually in practice this G will be less than the product of G1, G2, G3 etc. because of the loading effect of one stage to the succeeding stage. That we will discuss later, what is this loading effect. But remember that in practice this is true, G is less than G1, G2, G3, but we can say ideally the gain of a transistor multi-stage transistor amplifier is equal to the product of the gain of the different stages. So that's about the gain of a multi-stage transistor amplifier. Now another common term which we come across in the case of a transistor amplifier is the frequency response. As you know, a transistor amplifier contains different capacitors, and this capacitive reactance is given by C. If C is the capacitance of the capacitor, then the capacitive reactance is given by 1 by 2 pi f into C, where f is the frequency of the signal which come across the capacitor. So if you increase the frequency of the signal, then the capacitive reactance will decrease, and if we decrease the frequency of the signal, the capacitive reactance will increase. So since we are using AC signal and we are using a C in input capacitor in the case of a transistor amplifier, to isolate the signal source from the input circuit, as the signal frequency increases, the capacitive reactance decreases, so that the base current IB increases, which will increase the gain of the transistor amplifier. So if we analyze the dependence of frequency on the output voltage of a transistor amplifier, we can see that initially the voltage gain increases with the frequency and reaches a maximum, and after this maximum value the voltage gain decreases with a increase in frequency. So the curve representing the voltage gain with a frequency is called frequency response. So frequency response is the curve between the voltage gain and the frequency of the input signal. So this diagram represents a conventional frequency response curve. Here the output voltage or the voltage gain increases with the input frequency and reaches a maximum value at a frequency Fr, and this frequency is called a resonant frequency. And after this resonant frequency, the gain decreases with a increase in frequency. So this curve is called a frequency response. So the frequency response of a transistor amplifier is the curve between the voltage gain of the transistor amplifier with the input frequency of the signal. So that's all about the frequency response of a transistor amplifier. And actually this one gives a analysis of the performance of a transistor amplifier. So to analyze the performance of a transistor amplifier, usually we will draw the frequency response curve of a transistor amplifier. That means we will note down the voltage gain of the transistor amplifier with variations in the input frequency, and the gain is maximum at a particular frequency, and that frequency is called resonant frequency. That's all about the frequency response curve. Thank you.